Get ready for the dictation. Start. Sir, the object of both the bills, that is the Merchant Shipping Amendment Bill 2013 and the Merchant Shipping Second Amendment Bill 2013, is laudable. I would like to talk on the Second Amendment Bill first. As the basic objective in the Statement of Objects and Reasons says, India intends to accede to the International Labour Organization's Instrument C 186, known as Maritime Labour Convention 2006. This convention provides for international standards for the living and working conditions of seafarers, including their food, accommodation, medical care, repatriation, social security, and recruitment. Mr. Minister, if you wish to change the term seafarers and use sea persons instead, that is welcome. You said that you would like seafarers to be referred as sea persons. I do not think it is mentioned here unless it is there in the amendment. The second bill talks about the hazardous paint used in ships. A change in the paint to be used as per international norms is welcome too. Now, sir, talking about the Merchant Shipping Bill, there are several issues that concern seafarers who go out to the sea. Goa is a coastal state just like Kerala. Many people go on board ships and the problems they face are tremendous. They are being solved one by one, step by step, by respective governments. We had this bill earlier too. The main problem is the hijacking of ships. The young boys put their lives in danger, especially when they travel via Somalia and regions closer. Seafarers remain in the custody of hijackers for months together and suffer humiliation and torture at their hands. Thereafter, ways and means were worked out by various countries. Various countries and international bodies have come together to protect the ships whenever they are attacked. Therefore, it is the duty of the respective country, as also the shipping company and the government of India, to come together and remain alert when hijacking occurs. I have found many times that the Directorate General of Shipping is not much concerned too. At such times, they must contact the families and tell them about the status of the crew or the seafarers, because when you do so, the family members feel consoled. If nobody bothers to pass the information, it hurts them. They feel hurt to think that they sent their family members to the ships to earn a livelihood, but when some such thing happens, nobody cares. Therefore, in cases of hijacking, Government of India and shipping companies must come forward to help. If you look at the track record since 2005, sums as much as thousands of dollars have been asked as ransom. I have got a whole list of them. Major countries like the USA and Russia got out of their way and pay the ransom. For some countries, the ransom is too much to be paid. Therefore, in such circumstances, some policy has to be worked out so that we get those ships released and give relief to the seamen and their families. I have got a whole list of ships from Hong Kong, Kenya, Liberia, US, Taiwan, Denmark, and Russia being hijacked from time to time. So, this hijacking of ships is a serious matter which the Ministry of Shipping needs to tackle on a war footing. I do not think in every case you could go to their rescue because sometimes the Directorate General of Shipping also feels helplessness in tackling the situation. But it is different if international help is coming. I have heard that some countries place their ships in such a position that hijackers do not have a scope to attack those ships. Such things have taken place. I think if more and more countries join this international force in protecting ships, it could help. Certainly, sir, pension for seafarers has always been an issue. Who is to pay? Sometimes they say that they are not employer, the company is an employer, and therefore it is between the company and the seafarer to solve the pension issue. I think here some scheme has to be worked out. Some funding has to be put into a common pool, not necessarily by the company but by the state and the central governments, so that in case of an emergency, this fund can be utilized to grant some pension relief to the seafarer. In case of contract which is entered into between the company and seafarer, the government has to ensure that reasonable amount of pension is provided for in the contract. This can be done. Alternatively, the state government or the central government can create an independent fund for the purpose. This proposal was there before the ministry some time back during the UPA second regime. But finally, the then finance minister said that they did not have sufficient fund for financing such a scheme for which they were not primarily responsible. I think the present government has to take such an initiative. Then comes the question of recruitment agents. Poor people who seek jobs go to Mumbai and other places, stays there for days together to get a place on a ship stop.